This is A Who All Gonna Be Their podcast, a place where you get to be an exclusive member of our very entertaining group chat.
Hey y'all, it's Tracy. Welcome to A Who All Gonna Be Their podcast, where you can be an exclusive member of our very entertaining group chats. Today here we have Eric and our boy Josh coming to visit us to talk about the premiere of Survivor 44. We are going to get to that, but I wanted to pop things off a little different direction, and we all watched the Traitors Reunion this past weekend. Yes. And so I really just wanted to get y'all thoughts on it. Like, what did y'all think? What's the tea?
I think Cirie looked amazing and she looked rich and
beautiful.
Yes, she did.
Looked like she won that meal, right?
She did. I wish it was $1 million, but that little it's 250 is not nothing to scoff at.
What's that after taxes?
I don't know.
What's the estimate?
It'd be about I would say on average they take about 1/3 the taxes, so maybe like
175 or 150.
150, 160.
Yeah.
Okay. Still a good pretty penny. She looked every bit of money. And not only did she look good at the reunion, her like after stuff that she did for promo looked amazing.
Come on, Cirie.
Yes.
She was giving.
But in terms of outside of that though, the cast was hating. They was hating. Not all of them, but a good majority were hating.
Oh yeah.
So my big thing was when Lloyd, I don't remember these people's names. The black girl and then the black dude, the two that
Andy and Quentin.
Andy. Yeah, I remember Andy's name. Andy and Quentin. When they was at the end, they were talking about like she did like personal low blows. I was like, what? When did they? I have to rewind because I don't recall her saying anything about y'all family, y'all situation. They would just say you was better. You put all your trust in Cirie, and she played you. And yeah. So
for me,
yeah.
I was like, okay, yeah, the show is Traitors. Y'all know what y'all signed up for. It's in the name. And y'all feeling this betrayal. One, you need to get over it. But I'll chalk it up to the fact that y'all are civilians and you don't do reality TV. You don't play these games like Rachel, like Cirie, and all the rest of them. My problem was not necessarily with the civilians as much because I can get why they feeling betrayed and heartbroken, all this, whatever. But Cody, for him to sit here and act
I was just about to say victim, I was like, I could never. You lying.
I could never. My conscience was too much. I don't know how anybody could do what she did. Are you kidding me? Did you not play Big Brother twice and do the exact same thing? Now you all of a sudden have a conscience. Now all of a sudden you have a heart.
Cody is the fakest mother sucker that I know. And then he's like, I could never. Boy, kiss my ass. He lying.
Boy, I could never. He did it before. He'd do it again.
It would be if you embrace. If you're gonna be a villain, like if you're gonna be an ass, be one. Embrace it.
But the thing is, Cody is a baby, and Cody don't know how to do anything without direction. And he hates that he got outplayed by Cirie herself. So that's why he tried to join in with the faithfuls to be like, "How could you be such a horrible person? How could you do this? Oh, that's what you were supposed to be doing. Just because you got." "Quote unquote" caught up in your feelings and got sad and scared and it was too much and your stomach hurting and all this stuff because you gotta lie to these people at breakfast. Like, what? No.
Go ahead, Josh.
I was gonna say he was just giving bitter, especially. Like I could kind of get where Andy and Quentin a little bit because they made it all the way to the end. But you're mad at Cirie for protecting her own
playing the game.
Messed up because you don't want to win around your mouth and got yourself in a questionable position. You would tell an unnecessary lie, and you're gonna be mad that Cirie gonna protect her best interest because if Cirie don't vote you, it's like, and then Cody reveals to be a traitor. Why are you protecting Cody? Why are you? Did everyone start looking at
I'm trying to get change, trying to split this check.
And she told him, she was like, "Listen, I didn't have to. I tried to, do what I could, but when it became out of my hands, when it would make me look bad,
what am I supposed to do?
Vote you out."
Listen, and did, and do.
And then Ari tried to also be a little salty about, he was like, "I thought we were going to split it X, Y, and Z. So I just threw it in town because I don't want to keep playing these games." Sir, I get it. But at the end of the day, you also got played.
Hold on. I really enjoyed the fact of Andy, host Andy, asked Cirie, did she ever think about splitting it in so many words? She was just like,
she said no.
And I was like, tell that. Look, we can be friends after the show. Just know when I'm on the show, I'm playing on her to win. And I'm sorry. If there was a choice, like $250,000, not a lot. Now Texas, let's say she got about $150. That's not a lie. You want me to split that? I can't even buy a house for $150,000. No.
And that's what she said. She was like, it'll be different. She was like, now if the prize money was $1 million, that's a different story to talk about. You know, maybe sharing a little bit or something.
Because I exactly would share none more.
I would give them a couple thousand.
I would not.
I'd take her to a nice dinner.
There you go, Josh.
Dinner. She paid for everybody's dinner.
That's exactly what I do. I pay for the dinner at the reunion, and if the show doesn't have a reunion, sorry.
I'll send you a Domino's gift card or something.
Y'all, I would give them a little something because they were, you know, they just babies in this reality TV game. So I would have gave them a little something because they both had babies on the way. They was crying about this.
Them not my babies. There's a DNA test. I'm not the poppy.
I would have slid them a couple something.
I would have sent them a nice gift. I would have went on their registry and got the most expensive gift and would have sent the gift card. Congratulations.
You wouldn't buy the whole registry? You wouldn't just buy the whole registry?
No.
I said them they get them some whatever the most expensive gift is and some diapers. I did my part. I did more than I was required to do.
That's fair.
I would look back on my messages, and if they didn't send me a personal happy birthday message, then they probably would just get a pack of Pampers and call it a day.
Screaming. But going back to Ari and him getting mad, I'm glad Rachel called him. I should you're not a victim. We all played the same game, and you just got beat at the end of it because he was trying to play the victim a little bit, and that's not fair. But I also like to shout out Michael because Michael read Cody for filth as he should. And he was like, I'm not one of the bros or the dumb girls that you like to work with. And he was like, so did he meet your expectations?
He said, he's exactly who I thought he'd be. I said, oh, the shade.
He said everything without having to say it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He spoke so well in that moment. I was like, I know that's right. I would love to see him on another show.
I never thought I'd stand someone after the show, but I was kind of indifferent on Michael during the show, but during this reunion, it's like, okay, I might have to apply for my Michael stand card just a little bit.
No, definitely. I liked Michael throughout the show. I did.
Michael was cool.
But yeah, the rest of them civilians, they just were all, besides the stars and, you know, a couple of the regulars, you know, the civilian cast didn't really bring much to the table, unfortunately.
They didn't, but another season is coming. I'm excited to watch that. No.
We hoping our favorite
it was a good reunion.
It was a good reunion. They were able to squash things, so I like that they ended on a good note. Cirie and Andy hugged, a little tearful hug. It ended well.
Yeah, it was cute.
Yeah.
Congratulations to their babies because Andy's wife had a baby. Yeah. They're married, right? I think her wife had a baby. Quentin's wife had a baby. What's the name?
Ryan is pregnant. Baby on the way.
Ryan Lochte.
Ryan Lockley's wife has a baby. He was so excited. I don't know if he was drunk, but he was like, "Hey!" I was like, "Whoa!"
Number three.
He was excited, so I love that. And what's old girl name? They always kept saying they thought was a traitor.
Kate.
She was pregnant on the show. Kate. Yeah, Kate was expert. I ain't gonna hold you. I thought Kate was like older. Like, how old is she?
She not 50.
I mean, I know older women have babies, but like I thought she was past the like age.
I didn't know she had no baby. I missed that part.
I don't know. She was pregnant. Like on the reunion. But congratulations to her. I hope she has a healthy pregnancy.
Congratulations to all of them.
Yeah, it was quite. I was like, dang, this cast is getting it popping. You hear what I'm saying?
Right. That's why.
She's just 40.
Okay.
Oh, that's still. Yeah, I definitely thought she was older than that. But
her eggs ain't scrambled yet.
I could 40. No, 40. Also, oh my gosh, I cannot imagine having a baby at 40. Lord.
I would say for me, as we wrap this up, the most iconic thing that happened for me out of the reunion was when Andy was like, "So what did Cirie do wrong?" And Cirie said,
and it was quiet. You heard that? They couldn't say nothing. Just say you was bitter. I would have been on that show like, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm bitter. I wanted to win, and I want their money.
Right.
That's it, Cirie. That's it. Be real about it. You bitter. She outplayed you. That's the gist of it.
Yeah.
But anyway, shout out to our good sis Cirie.
The greatest.
Yes.
Period.
So I hope
That's
we see her on something else because Cirie is great TV. She played a very, very good game. She wasn't even I wouldn't even call her a villain, but she did villain-like things. She did what she had to do to win, and she won.
That, and also too, but I would like to remind people, I know we said we were leaving, but here we go, that she was still her authentic self, because even when Shelby was feeling down and was like on the outs and like dealing with, missing her kids, who went over there and talked to her and was comforting her? Cirie did. Even when it would look suspicious on her, like, why are you talking to the person we all want to vote out right now? Because that's what was going through my mind. But Cirie put the game aside and met her where she was at. So
shout out to Cirie. It was, you know what? Overall, the cast was great. I don't really have nothing bad to say about anybody on the cast, except for Cody.
Except for Cody.
Yeah, I already knew where I was going. Everybody else, you know what? I can rock with y'all. I can see them.
Chuck E. Cheese ain't got no excuse.
Not Chuck E. Cheese. Oh, you little rat. You rat for real. But yeah, I think they're I don't know exactly what they're doing for the next show, if they're doing auditions. But y'all look into that. I would like to see some of our listeners get in, because y'all know how to play a game. Y'all know how to play the game.
I want to play.
Come on, put the application in
so we can see it on
TV.
Exactly.
I would love to see that. But anyways, let's pop on into Survivor 44 and get y'all thoughts on the first episode.
Y'all, Survivor 44. I'm excited that it's back. We were a little skeptical, but this premiere was good. Was it not a good premiere?
You know what? I'm not gonna even lie. It high key gave. It really did. Like, I'm not mad at it.
I just know these medical people in Fiji have been getting their money's worth. I'll tell you that. They working for their check this episode.
Survivor catch a check. Listen, they getting that check. The medical team
they was
is on vacation.
The medical team that said it. They said, let's rig these courses up so we can get as many knockouts as possible.
Exactly.
Let's run these insurance bills up, okay? But no, I unfortunately missed the first 30 minutes of the opening because I had a phone call. It was an important phone call, y'all. So I was watching but trying to listen on the phone too. That didn't quite work out. So Josh, could you jump in and fill into what happened for us?
That's crazy because you had no time to watch those first 30 minutes. Dang.
Whatsoever.
Only 48 hours since the last episode.
Don't y'all do that to me. Don't y'all do that.
Nah, I'm just playing. Break us in on you, Josh.
All right, so standard premiere stuff. Everyone come in on a boat. We start getting introductions. People getting a little voiceover, like, "Oh my god, I can't believe I'm really here." They all land on the beach. Jeff is talking to people. Jam already thinks everyone's his family already. Let's see how long that lasts.
I love Jam.
First of all, his name is not Jam.
I mean,
that's why Jeff pronounced it.
Why did I say Jam? And I looked up like, wait, who's Jam? Yam. Because I was about to sing the song and I was like, wait, let's get to the jams? Hold on, that's not right.
Well, who knows? They might pronounce it differently over in Puerto Rico. I don't know.
Let's get to the yams. Yam.
No, his name is definitely Yam. He said, I don't know what Jeff was trying to be. Jeff was over here trying to be cultural. I get it, but that's not weird.
He said it was. Didn't he say himself that it was Yam?
He did. That's why I said Jeff don't know.
Yes, it's Yam.
All right, well, stick to listening to the locals from now on. So from there, they go and he talks to a couple people. Then they get ready to get into this challenge. I don't know what it is about these first challenges. On the very first moment they get on the beach, they want them to get absolutely dirty, filthy. So they have to go, and two at a time, go through this obstacle course where they got to crawl through the sand and then crawl through this mud pit that they created on the beach to grab two of these big wood blocks that are puzzle pieces. And then they got to go back. Everyone has to go get one piece. Then they got to build a puzzle. Once two people build the puzzle, then they got to go, and three different people have to go to this like big bamboo pole to throw this ring up and get it completely off of the little pole thing.
Right.
And child, there was blood drawn. Literally.
It really was.
Child.
It was on the first round.
Bruce head wide open.
going too fast. A boat. I'll say, ooh,
right into that pole, and baby, there was bloodshed.
It was everywhere. Like they zoomed in on it too.
Baby, he took a minute too. He was just like, hold on. It was like, did that just
happen? Was hard to miss. It was just coming down. So that initially led the purple team to a slow start because Bruce had to get a moment to compose himself.
Because I seen him, but I was like, he don't look too good because he kind of seemed, the little out.
Like it took him aback a little bit.
Yeah, it did. And then they eventually paused the game.
They're like, all right, well, maybe we need to,
Yeah, everyone went and got back to the puzzle. Purple team eventually got back in it, but then they looked over at Bruce and said, oh, he's not looking too good. And Jeff had to be like, everybody stop, halt, medical. They brought medical in and they kind of went and put a Band-Aid on him, kissed his forehead and said, you're going to be fine.
Not kiss his forehead. I'm crying. They really did was like, you all right. Go ahead, get on back in there.
All they did was like give him some water, wipe off the blood, and then say, okay,
get your ass back on in there. We got
right, because we ain't about to hold this game up the whole time now.
Yeah, so they go back to doing a challenge, and I think Purple eventually had the lead at first. They finished the puzzle first.
Right, they did.
And then they said, well, what's that girl name? I told you.
Carolyn.
Carolyn.
Oh, Carolyn get her own segment. We're going to talk about her in a minute.
So Carolyn over here just thinking like this is some sort of carnival game. She up there like, whee! And she over here trying to throw the ring up, and she barely getting up halfway up this pole. And then in the meantime, the other two teams talking about their puzzle. And they go ahead and pull ahead. I believe it was the green team Soka?
Soka, yes.
Yeah, so they go ahead and they pull out the win to get all 3 rings off first. So they go ahead and get their flint. They already earned their equipment. And then the rule for second place is that they get to choose which one of the tasks they have to do. Either sweat or what was the other one for the brain challenge? Oh, it was a mental challenge.
Mental, yeah. We'll call it that.
So
whatever.
Mental challenge. And then so the other tribe Ratu comes in and they finish ahead because Carolyn didn't get nothing.
She took her pants off like they was getting ready to make her get into it and
it'll make her more aerodynamic.
It didn't help at all.
At all. So then they all go back to their tribe and they go to their camp. Oh my God, look at our beach. So remember, they still all muddy and stuff. And then so since the green tribe is all, they don't have to do no challenge, they get to explore the island and they come across this little cage in the middle of the forest. And it's like, what is this?
What is this, honey?
And they all just looking at it. And it was like, And then we jump back to Ratu, and they come up and they have to choose whether they want to do the mental challenge or the physical challenge. The physical challenge was going to be loading coconuts on the beach, where they had to go from pile to pile, and they have 4 hours to do it. Or they do a mental challenge. They only get one guess, and they'll have 15 minutes. Oof. And they didn't trust in their mental abilities at the time, so they said, let's just have the two beaches guys go and do it. And that's what they did. They struggled with the coconuts. Meanwhile, the other tribe, Tika, was left to do the mental challenge.
Listen, I don't care what it is. You will not be able to pay me to be on Survivor, hungry, tired, in the heat, to be dragging, twisting, pulling, shaking, nothing of the sort. Anything physical like that, intentionally.
Listen, which one would y'all choose? We know which one Eric gonna choose.
Right.
Josh, which one would you choose? Would you have did the mental or the coconuts?
I'd have to fill out my tribe because I feel like, based on the dynamics on the tribe, is that since I'm kind of the bigger guy, if we did the physical challenge, they're gonna be looking at me to do it.
Yep.
And I'm just like, I want to do the mental challenge, but I also don't want to put too much of a target on my back, like some of the people on the purple, like what was the name? Carson on the purple tribe on Tika.
Him and Helen.
Like, I don't want to do it. I want to do it, but I don't want to do it because I want them to see how smart I am.
Right.
He did good that he let them push him into it instead of volunteer.
So I feel like if the people were like kind of leaning toward mental, I'd be like, okay, I can do it. I'll step up if y'all need me to. I think I can handle this puzzle. But Lord knows I would not want to be dragging no damn coconut.
Well, hopefully you probably have some more like muscly people on the team, so it wouldn't be you, because that's what I'm counting on it anyway. Probably so I wouldn't be dragging nothing anyway.
Probably more jockey people.
Yeah,
but
more Hercules.
I would have been the person in the back not saying anything. So I would have been like, they would have been like, okay, we're gonna get somebody to do coconuts or mental. I would have been like,
I'm the one. What y'all think we should do? What y'all think?
You know what, John? Yeah, I think you'd be good at that. I just be doing like random commentary.
I got faith in you.
Contributing anything to the task. I'm not counting no circles. I'm not. Nope. Yeah, that's a good coconut. Yeah, keep it up. I'm not doing none of that. I'm gonna be chilling. I'm be chilling in the cut.
You. I feel like you can do it.
I'm a tree on. I'm be in the bathroom. I missed it. What happened? I'm in the bathroom. I'm in the bathroom. Yeah, in the tree room, whatever you want to call it, a little bathroom.
And if you fail, then I can use that. Well, they messed us up, y'all. They made us lose our flint.
Man, I was gonna go for it too. I should have just put myself in there.
I knew it. Something in me told me that's what the answer.
But I was in the bathroom.
Screaming.
Crack it up.
But yeah, so where I come back in after getting off the phone was Brandon and Matthew from Ratu. They decided they were gonna do them coconuts, and they was out of breath, and they was almost close to missing it because they almost missed their deadline, but they officially did it and they were able to succeed. And that's kind of where I, jump back in. But all in the midst of that, while Tika is at their tribe, guess who ain't feeling well again?
Oh Lord.
Bruce. Brother Bruce.
Brother Bruce was not feeling it.
He got quiet. He wasn't talking, and it was like something's up. And so they had to get
quiet.
They got Jeff up out of his bed at 4:00 in the morning.
He had some concussion sound like he had.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like.
Did they say he had a concussion?
Yeah, they said that he had a concussion.
He was definitely, I'm gonna say he was definitely
he was concussed. I knew it too when I saw that big old swollen head. His head was so swollen up.
When he did that double back, I said, "Oh Lord, they better watch him. They better not let that man go to sleep."
That's what I'm saying. And so they eventually did have to, unfortunately, evacuate Brother Bruce and send him on his way. And so that was kind of sad. But after that, we moved to the segments with the teams that do have their flints. And so, which is Tika still and also Soka. But we have Yam Yam. Put focus on him making the fire. And then Heidi making fire for her tribe, which is Soka. And I'm like, y'all make that fire a little too good, huh?
Because listen, hold up, it was quick, right? Unless it was just some editing going on. They was on it. I said, okay, y'all been here before,
which is good. But if in my mind, I'm like, we got to get you before that fire making
out early. That part, you gonna be gone early because look, I'm calling right now. Yam doing fire.
Yeah,
that's my guess right now. I need to write this down because I be like, oh, let me see. Yam gonna do fire and win. If Hopefully. He make it there, I think so.
I think he can do it. I do.
Oh, for sure.
And so they did the fire. So that was a little interesting thing I like to see. Mm-hmm. But another interesting thing was our showmance is starting to bud between Matt and Franny.
And Fran, that's Eli girl.
Yeah.
Eli.
Yeah, Franny and Matt, the boring one that I thought would be boring, but I guess
they're cute. They're kind of cute together on the cool.
It is. They little nerdiness.
Yeah, it's cute. Like when I first watched it, I was just like, whatever. I could care less about a showmance. But I was replaying. I was just kind of like skimming through some of the episode away today, just kind of recap my memory. And I stopped on when they was like, giggling. So I was like, look at y'all being kind of cute.
All hugged up.
Like I like them being all giggly and stuff. I like that. That's cute. Don't be all lovey-dovey. Just be giggly. That's I like watching that. Like goofy. You know what I'm saying? And
genuine silliness. I hope they still together.
Yes, there you go. Genuine silliness. I like that.
Because they can't follow each other and post stuff together with Survivor. So hopefully they still together if it blossoms into anything. Because I ain't gonna tell you what Tree said in the group chat. Maybe she said it on Twitter. Maybe you said it on Twitter of who they reminded you of.
Maybe I said it on the podcast. Oh, I said it on Twitter. Oh, I said that they was giving Claire and DX.
Why, Trees?
Huh?
Why they
Because Matt kind of looked like DX and Franny kind of looked like Claire. And both of them kind of like in like a nerdy kind of, like goofy kind of, I guess.
They do have that.
Yeah.
That goofy spirit.
Yeah, so they look like they'd be a perfect quad date. But Matt and Franny to me have chemistry. Claire and DX don't. I'm more power to their relationship. I hope it's successful, but they still do not give relationship at all. But that's
I think
a whole
we saw more
story.
of it on what's that show called? The Amazing Race. Yeah.
See, I didn't watch it, so maybe that's why. Because I only seen a few clips, and it still didn't look like we go together. Nah, they look like cousins. Like that's how they was acting to me.
Okay, on that note, we
not look like cousins. They were acting like cousins.
So back to the birdcage.
So before we get to the birdcage,
y'all know I'm gonna go off on a tangent. Like I'll go left and right and not even bring it back to the front. But
we got Ratu. They did the Orange Tribe. They did see their little birdcage and they was all wondering what was going on. But before we dive into that, we have Matthew, who takes it upon himself. He's like the provider for his tribe, and he's doing the fire. He's picking leaves. He's putting shelters together. But he also being dumb because he decided to climb himself up on Plymouth Rock. And for whatever reason, I don't know what he thought was up there. I don't know what he was climbing up that rock for, and fell down. Almost broke his neck, and he dislocated his shoulder, and
baby, when he climbed, and I didn't even think he was gonna actually fall. Because they, oh my God, I'll crank it up. I didn't even think that, I thought it was gonna be one of those moments where he almost fell.
No, he fell.
I said, oh, he actually fell.
You didn't see the previews with them showing him falling?
I didn't see the previews of him falling.
Nah, but as soon as I saw him going
up there, I know your dumb ass did not fall. What was the reason him going up there?
Was
it a book up there?
I don't know what was up there.
Was it a pineapple, a coconut?
There was nothing up the tree. I don't understand why he was climbing. And you got Lauren, and I'm cracking up because Lauren just watching. Lauren's just like a mama, just.
He about to get himself into some trouble, ain't he? Medic, just gonna have Go ahead and come this way.
So he messed his behind trying to be Tarzan.
Oh, that tickled me.
But then we get more into the game aspect when, again, Ratu, Orange Tribe, they're searching for the key to get into the birdcage, right? And Brandon,
is when it get good.
He finds the key. And he start acting weird. He
starts stretching and stuff. Like, what is you doing?
And Maddie's right there with him. So she's like, he being weird. Like, what's going on?
I would have literally just put my foot over it and just been looking around. And then as soon as she turned her back, clearly picked that thing up. Like, come on. Have y'all never seen Salama before?
Clearly,
it's so obvious.
And so he was being obvious, and so he was gonna keep it a secret, but then he was like, no, she too close, let me come clean. And so he did, and he was like, all right, I guess we're gonna tell the whole tribe. And Maddie was like, wait, let us just do it, which I thought was good. Like, just keep it between y'all. The less people that know about what you got going on, the better.
He
got scared. He's like, I can't. She wanted to not tell the rest of the tribe, so I felt like I couldn't trust her.
Well, I still don't get this logic.
I didn't understand that
either.
For me, that means you do want to build something because you can't expose the truth to me. You knew about it if we're in this together. So I don't know what was going through his head, but he decided, like, we're going to just tell the tribe, hey, guys, I found the key. And then he goes and open it. What's inside of it, y'all? What's inside of it?
Idol. That was the most like, because it's like you won $1 million, but if you found out you won $1 million, you can't tell anybody. But you actually open it in front of everybody. You're like, oh.
Yeah. Now it's everybody $1 million.
Everybody.
It's our money.
And so he's like, oh, dang, I made a mistake. So I'll give him a couple points for realizing he made a mistake. Because sometimes people don't realize that they make mistakes and they think they're good. But he realized it. And so, but Maddie was like, oh, dang, he don't trust me. Because he wanted to tell the whole rest of the tribe. And so that was that part. And I just thought Brandon was like, you big dummy.
Yeah,
because
that was dumb.
Yeah. Turn it on. Turn it on. Turn your brain on. So that was kind of sad to see. Like, he made a big misstep in the game. Going to Tika tribe. We didn't see a lot of Soka for me, but Tika, you have Carolyn feeling like she's on the outs because you got Helen, Ellen, Carson, and Sarah, they got really close, and they're kind of like formed a little trio. And then Carol's like, well, the only person I kind of talk to is Bruce. And, well, Bruce is gone, baby. So I need you to...
Bruh, what? Carolyn, baby. Carolyn. Carl. Cicie. I like her.
I do too.
The energy that she gave, I could just watch 8 of her DRs and then turn the show off and just like go to tribal council.
Seriously.
This woman, what? I
don't know all that she did.
I don't even know what's gonna come out of her mouth this season. And you know what? I said, you know, in the beginning when we were doing the cast assessment, I said, you know what? Something tells me that she isn't gonna know what to say, and she's just gonna just say things out of her mouth and get herself into trouble, and she's going to be like a villain. I don't know if she's gonna be a villain, but the just spilling stuff out of her mouth
is definitely gonna be a villain.
Yes.
Oh,
and I think she's gonna be like goofy with it too, and be like, "Oops," you know.
Yeah, she kind of did. She was like, "Oh,
I hope she goes far just for her DRs."
She gonna talk to Helen. Talking about, I don't know what to do, guys. I need to talk to you all, but I don't know what to say. Like, oh my
she just really like kooky, and that's really fun to watch.
Somebody's like, is she on them drugs? Like, don't say that.
Oh my god, no, she's recovering. Or recovered.
She's recovered, and she's a drug counselor.
It's still ongoing.
Somebody on Twitter about, I know drugs when I see it. I'm like, oh my god.
Well, if she was on them, she detoxing now. She on the island. Shoot, if you want to detox something, you get your behind on Survivor.
I at least applaud her for recognizing the pattern of out there in the beach, because like sometimes people on the outside.
Very true.
Again, I love that another person is self-aware, because people don't be, and that's what gets people when they don't know how to read the room. So I hope we see lots more of Miss Carolyn.
I want her to go for it. I like her. She's very entertaining to watch.
I agree. So after all of this, we have the typical somebody got to go on the journey and go choose the tribe mate to do it. So with what was it, Ratu? Soka, they choose Sticks, right? Did they pick Sticks?
Yeah, and so did Tika.
And Tika, okay. And Matt got the short stick, so he had to go. Sarah got the stick, she had to go. But Lauren, here comes my girl Lauren. She was like, she got chosen, right? She was like, I pulled the rock out, but I put the rocks in there, so I know where the rocks was in.
Now she probably put them in there by size too.
And she's like,
or something like that.
Ray rock to send me
smart.
Yeah. So
I would have went too. Shoot, I'm getting me some kind of advantage.
Period.
I'm taking that chance.
They each go on the little island or whatever, and they get off and they have to choose, a path or whatever. So it's like whichever path you choose, you run the risk of losing a vote or gaining an advantage, right? And so Matt goes in, he pulls out, lose your vote. That gummit. Gotta go in again. I got a 50 chance to go in again, because they had the option to stop after the first one. But you can choose to go back in if you lose your vote. You want to see if you can get the advantage. He goes back in there. He know he getting that advantage. Pulls it out. Lost his vote again for 2 tries. And I'm like,
I was like, dang, boy. You
unlucky was a person.
You didn't pray before you got on the island, huh?
Listen, don't put your hand in no more bags, sir. No, don't.
Not even a bag of rice. Don't do it.
No, don't do it. He gonna come out with a P.
Because clearly, he gonna come out. It's gonna be empty. Because clearly, when you put your hand in the bag, nothing comes out of it.
Listen, it's giving nothing.
And so, waste of a trip for him. And then Sarah goes and she pulls out, lose her vote. Like, what? Everybody about to lose their vote, huh? But then she pulls in again, and she gets an advantage that is so powerful, I believe. Probably a little OP, really. So she gets the inheritance advantage.
That was a good one.
It is a good one. Meaning she gets to inherit any idol or advantage that is used at a tribal council. So if there's 3 idols that get used, sis just get 3 idols?
So what I wonder what it is like if she inherits those, say idols, does that person still have the idol?
Yeah.
Or is it in addition? Like she gets it in addition, or
no? She can play. I think that
so
all
Eric
idols have to play it. Like they have their idol, they play it, and then after it's played, she can claim the inheritance advantage, and then claim it as now. Oh, it's done, but actually no, now it's mine now.
Yes.
It's kind of like recycling it.
Okay, so say Eric has an idol, and I say he's like, I want to use my idol, and I inherit said idol. Does Eric technically still have his idol, or
you don't?
So I still play it.
Yeah,
it doesn't nullify
it for sure. Okay,
yeah, it doesn't nullify me.
That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah,
pregnancy.
You just get it. So if I save myself with my idol,
okay. So now you in trouble.
No. So what happened? So in the situation of
you said it doesn't nullify it.
Right, it doesn't.
Oh, okay.
So I play my idol. I'm safe.
Okay, I get it.
And then Josh plays his inheritance at the end of tribal. He taking my idol back home with him to the island.
I really, really, really hope they don't do this. I hope it can be secret. I know it's not, Lord, but I really wish that she could inherit it. I wish that what's his name? Jeff would say, "Oh, somebody has an inheritance idol," and then make everybody go home. Like,
or an advantage has been played. Called the inheritance advantage.
Yes.
And this is what it does.
Gosh. Do you know how much like chaos that'll cause? And that'll cause so much like that's a shift in the game.
Yeah.
But if you know who it is, it's just like, okay, well, we gotta get rid of her because she has these things, and
clearly,
at least let's use it so she can get rid of it. So I really hope they just go the more secret route. It's so much more juicy that way.
It is. But you know them, they probably not.
They definitely is.
But that would be cool if there was like 2 idols used in one tribal council. That's the idol to snatch it up, because like at least I can guarantee my safety for 2 more weeks.
listen, for sure. Leave me alone.
Exactly.
But I just feel like never mind, I'll bring it up when we talk about
get further down.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Okay, so moving on, she gets this really cool advantage, whatever. And so Lauren digs in the bag, and I said, watch her get an advantage on the first try. What does she do? Get the advantage on the first try.
Bless.
Let's favor. Bless.
Listen.
She's blessed in the city. She's blessed in the field.
And in the jungle too.
Everywhere, huh?
Okay.
On the beach, everywhere.
So she pulls out advantage, and her advantage is cool. Or it ain't. I'm thinking all the advantages in the bag were the same. I'm thinking she's also going to get an inheritance advantage, because that's what they've done for the last 3 seasons, is be the same darn advantages. But no, they got a new advantage called the bank your vote advantage, which is cool. So it's meaning you could skip voting 1 round, and then you get an extra vote going into your next tribal councils. So now
that's a nice power.
It's nice, but it ain't the inheritance one.
No, I'd rather the inheritance, but yeah.
Right. But I'm glad, that she ended up with, power. So they go back to their tribes or whatever. And Matt was like, I might as well be honest, because I ain't got no vote. So I lost my vote. He's showing them the parchment paper. I lost my vote for tribal council. And then Sarah goes and she lies, but then she kind of, I don't know what she did. What did she do?
No, so you know how normally that island is set up like to go and risk your vote or keep your vote.
She lied about what happened.
Yeah, she said she don't know if she have it or not.
Right, there we go.
So this is a lie that's going to work for now. But the second someone else gets out on the island and
they're gonna know. Yeah,
her lie's gonna blow up.
Yeah,
hopefully it's one of her allies.
But they do it like 3 or 4 times in the season, so at some point somebody gonna know she lied.
Yeah.
So yeah, she put herself in a bad position with that one. Lauren, on the other hand, was like, I almost told them what happened, but then she was like, nope, this is mine. I'm gonna say I lost my vote, which in theory was actually technically the truth. It just wasn't the whole truth.
It wasn't the whole truth, so she didn't lie.
She didn't lie, and so that was a good cover story, because when somebody does eventually go, they're gonna be like, oh, okay, so she did lose her vote, because as we've seen, we'll talk about it later. So she'll be covered that way, or so we thought.
Oh.
Because let's skip to the immunity challenge. That's up next anyway on my list, unless you all had anything else to.
Go ahead.
Okay,
the one thing I was gonna mention back at the advantages, as we were talking about, maybe the inheritance advantage being OP. I just feel like, because we never saw what the advantage was in Matt's bag, and now that we see that those were different advantages.
I'm interested.
I'm just like, yeah, because I feel like with every power, there's got to be some sort of way to like counteract it. So I don't know if he were to see like an idol nullifier or something,
right?
Or like, because people suspect that knowledge's power is gone. I doubt it. It's kind of like the thing with the shot in the dark. They're still going to have it until it works.
So right.
I feel like someone's going to get that. Wouldn't
it's some egos in that writing room.
Exactly. This is like, no, this power, we're going to keep doing this power until it works.
Well, maybe, Josh, I have a theory now that you said that. Maybe they switch it to the inheritance advantage because the knowledge power is technically kind of like that. Whereas it's kind of a guaranteed way to make it work versus the knowledge is power.
I can see that.
So instead of taking it from them before they use it, you let them use it and everything goes in and you just get to keep it for yourself after the fact. So it's kind of the same.
So it feels like maybe like these new advantages are really just a twist on old advantages. Like the banker vote is just
an extra vote.
They done switched the name around, try to do something crazy with it.
They think we know.
It's kind of like Coca-Cola and Coke. Like, come on now.
They think we silly.
Right.
We didn't figure it out. We didn't crack the code.
Yeah.
They didn't rebrand it, repackage.
Suspicious.
Oh,
I know something you don't.
Also, one more thing I think we forgot to mention when it came to Brandon finding his idol is the fact that in the bag, in the birdcage, was not just a regular idol; it was also a fake idol too.
True. Oh yeah,
true.
Which is going to be no.
He didn't mention that.
Because did we mention that?
We did not.
No. I'm saying, did they mention that?
They did.
Yeah,
they talked about it.
They read it out in the paper because, like, since Brandon was stupid and opened up in front of everybody.
Oh no, I'm talking about. Did he read the thing and did everybody see the fake idol?
They did.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't.
Everyone was present for that.
That's why it's just overall dumb.
Yeah, because like now you just kind of screwed in two ways. Because like now everyone knows that you had an idol, and they also knows that you potentially have a fake idol that you could try to play up down the road.
Because listen, now we're going back to that before we get to the immunity challenge. He could have left the parchment paper in that came with the real idol with the fake idol, and somebody would have thought they had the real one.
That's probably why they left it there, so somebody get played.
Exactly. That's the key. So let's see what these other tribes do when they eventually get the key, because somebody gonna find their key.
Yeah, Lord know they recycle these little powers and things. So yeah, let's see.
Because everybody got a bird cage with an idol in it. We're assuming there's an idol in each one.
Maybe I wish it would be something. I wish it would be three different things, but we all know it's not.
Right.
Well, in general, like even with the past few seasons when they have to go and like do something to earn their advantage, kind of like the beware advantage, they have to do something to earn their power. So there's one at every camp. So yeah, I'd be very surprised if it's not an idol and then a fake idol in each bag.
But this one at least is okay because like there's no. You got to beware nothing. You got to get no beads. You got to say a poem, recite a chant. You know what I'm saying? Like at least you could still be secret because nobody will know or have an idea. Whereas with the last two seasons, it was like, oh, you were collecting beads, so that means you must have it. Oh, you were saying this weird, funny phrase, so you must have it. Versus if I snuck and got the key and snuck it out, you ain't gonna know.
Exactly.
So it's interesting. So we'll see how they play it from here on out.
All right.
So getting into the immunity challenge, there was a lot of parts into it, right? We have them, they have to get out the boat and then they have to go around the buoy, get in the boat and swim their little boat, move it on around the buoy. I don't know what the point of that was. Move it around the buoy, then get out onto the platform and then swim back to shore. And after they get on shore, they have to drag their chests, these big old chunky chests, drag it through the beach. Chunky chest. Drag it through the beach. And then the team must pull the chest through this little mechanism thing and pull it all the way through. And then once they pull it through, they can start working on a puzzle. But along the way, Ratu's tribe, Brandon, he's completely exhausted because he was pulling them coconuts, him and Matthew. And he dang near passed out. So what did Jeff do, Josh?
Hold up, medic. You just went and paused everything, shut it down.
Once again, shuts the game down to check on Brandon. And apparently he's just dehydrated, so they give him water, wiping the sweat and stuff off, letting him cool down. But Jeff was like, all right, we're soon. He'll wait. Y'all just gonna have to catch up. If he don't catch up, y'all just ain't gonna catch up. But while this is happening, Claire chose to sit out because they needed, because Bruce was gone. So they had to sit out a member each, right? So Claire sits out and Matthew sits out. Well, while they're sitting out, this was great gameplay on Claire's behalf. But while they're sitting out, she goes to Matthew. So, did the person from your tribe, did they show you anything? And Matthew's like, oh, yeah, she told us she lost the vote. And she was like, oh yeah, he told us he lost his vote too. He showed us the parchment paper. Why are you dry snitching?
Snitching.
But the thing is, well, one, yes, she is snitching, but two, even
unintentionally,
But then, even just because she didn't show them the paper, there's no requirement for them to show them the paper. There's no guarantee that she's lying,
right?
She is, but like there's still that doesn't prove anything,
right? But it's like, but in his mind, he's like, oh, she didn't show us the paper. She's playing this, which she is. But the paper, I was just mad because it's like, Claire, didn't nobody say you to say nothing about a parchment paper? Just say that Matthew said he lost his vote too.
Yep.
So. I don't know. It was.
See how that play out next episode.
I was like, dang, this gonna put a target on her back.
Right.
But he was right because Orange Tribe lost after they lost Brandon to trying to get some H2O. And they only had 3 people on that big giant slide puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
So they lost.
So Soko won. Then Tika got second place, and sending Ratu to tribal council. Right. Mm. And there was a whole debate. We ain't even got to take a whole lot of time with it. But basically, Matthew went and told Brandon that Lauren was playing him because she lied about the vote or whatever. And so they're like, all right, we get Lauren out. And then Maddie was like, let's get out Brandon because he got an idol. Mm-hmm. Let's get him out while we can. And so they going back and forth about who is going to be. So I'm like, dang, we really fit to get my winning pick Lauren out. They fit to take my sis out. Just to take her out. And then I was like, well, hold on. Brandon may be a target. I don't want to see him go, but if we got to sacrifice Brandon for Lauren,
he may have to go.
And then Jamie, Miss Yogi Bear, she starts flipping and was like, I don't know what to do. Like a chicken with a head cut off. And so it's causing paranoia. And then Kane goes back and tell Brandon them that Maddie wants him out. So we're going into tribal council with all this chaos. I don't know where the vote is going. My heart is pounding because I'm thinking Lauren is going home because that's the seed that has been sown. And so we get there. Lauren decides she gonna bank her vote. I'm like, no, sis, you need to vote. You gotta vote. But I'm like, okay, she's banking her vote. Jamie tells everybody, I'm playing my shot in the dark. I don't care. We're like, sis, what? Ain't nobody even checking for you.
I was just like, what is going on?
So she plays her shot in the dark. Shot in the dark, Lord. Shot in the dark. A shot in the dark. And I think people are speculating. I don't know if she's this smart, but if she is, she's brilliant. People have speculated that she did that so she didn't have to choose a side in her tribe, which if she did that, super smart. Don't know if she was
in the first, please.
But even if that was the case, if I was on that tribe and like we trying to get a plan and you just gonna decide to not
you going up side, next,
yeah, because that's like you're right. You show me that you don't trust me or you don't strongly want to work with me.
Now, why would you? Same.
So for whatever reason, I wouldn't have done it, but she did it. She pulled her shot in the dark, and surprisingly, Matthew does his shot in the dark too, which I don't understand why he did that as well.
That's exactly where it comes down to, like, the edit. Like, what are we missing that these two felt that uncomfortable where they're like, oh no, I gotta play my shot in the dark, because that wasn't given on the show that they were even really in danger.
And with Lauren,
I don't think with Jamie, I don't think there was much more they could show. I feel like the show was not as accurate as it could be.
You think so?
With Jamie, yeah. With Matthew, yeah, there's something that probably was missing, or maybe it was just a split-second decision.
Yeah.
Maybe he just got nervous. Just got shook.
Maybe so. No one wants to be the first boot.
Right. And so that happens. I'm like, okay. And so Jeffrey's thing, he was like, all right, so we only have a couple votes in the thing. And so what's the name pulled her shot in the dark? Jamie did. And Matthew, he moves the scroll, not safe. Jamie, for the first time in history, since we've done shot in the dark, you are safe. So
the
she
first time ever
in 4 seasons.
In 4 seasons to have successfully played the shot in the dark, but also unsuccessful because didn't nobody vote for her. So it didn't really do anything.
Like, congratulations. But congratulations.
Yeah, it's kind of like, congratulations.
It's like winning a winter coat in the summer. It was useless.
Very much. Very much so. And then on top of that, we have Brandon at the last second decides to get up and play his idol. He's like, I don't know if I'm being, if I'm playing it too early, but I don't care. I'm playing anyway. So there was only 3 votes in the thing, right? Jeff opens it, reads, first vote, Brandon, doesn't count. Second vote, Brandon, doesn't count. With 1 vote, the first person voted off Survivor, Maddie. So
Brandon was the one that voted Maddie, right?
He was.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. Yes. I would have did the same thing.
I did not see Maddie leaving tonight or that night. I did not see her leaving.
Yeah, I didn't.
So I was kind of sad because I was with her because she was trying to save Lauren. So I'm always on Team Lauren. So it's like, dang.
And it feels kind of weird when you look back on it because it almost feels kind of like entrapment for like the way that he positioned it, like, oh, Maddie can't be trusted. But then again, Maddie was doing a lot of campaigning that afternoon.
He was.
For Brandon. I think in the edit, it showed that she was doing a lot more so than Lauren.
Yeah.
So, like, I guess it kind of makes sense, but I didn't see that coming. I was shook.
I can see why he did that because it's like, oh, you actively trying to get me out? Lauren has not said my name. Even though we can't trust her, you are the one actively pushing my name, so I guess I got to vote you. And so Lauren was safe, and she got her little extra vote, so as Cardi B would say. But Maddie went home, and the previews, we have another interesting episode on our hands because we have Lauren laying out with her curls popping, and she like, I'm powerful in this game now, like type deal. And then we have Franny and Matt hugged up, linking up, cheesing and Kiki Ken. We have Carolyn laying out on the ground saying, Lord knows what. And there's gonna be some drama to come. What y'all think for the previews?
I'm really interested to see how the dynamics change on Raw 2. Because now Brandon is now going to feel iffy about Kane because Kane did write his name down and they were supposed to be cool.
You're right.
And then also he's going to probably be looking sideways at Matthew for playing his shot in the dark and not voting with him.
And maybe this gives Lauren more trust because it's like, I told y'all I didn't have no vote. So it at least validates. Like,
because her advantage, she kind of had to use it right then.
Yeah.
I feel like she kind of had no choice.
Because that would have exposed her. That's why I was worried about. Yeah. First of all, we didn't talk about that. Everybody was like, oh, we got to have this plan. And they was including Lauren. I was like, y'all don't remember she said she ain't had no vote, even though we knew she could. I'm like, y'all didn't remember she said she had no vote?
That probably ties into they thought she was lying about having a vote. But
so when the vote came out,
proven, so they know she didn't vote. Yep.
Yeah. So I think that's brilliant. So then they may have Brandon looking at Matthew some type of way because it's like, why you say she was lying? And maybe he's like, oh, well, maybe Claire is playing me on the other tribe. So
that would be really smart to go back for. Hopefully they get that together and I don't know. Give us.
That's how my mind would work.
Exactly.
If I was told by Matthew that Lauren can't be trusted because she really do got to vote, but then it comes out that she didn't vote, it's like, why would you say this? Are you trying to cause a wedge between us on purpose? Now I'm looking at you sideways, and then even if we get through the bottom, we work it out. If I'm Matthew, I'm looking at Claire sideways. So it's gonna be an interesting next episode, and I'm glad that they came with some fire this premiere.
Please, because after last season, it was been so dry. I'm so glad.
I think our dry spell is over, y'all. I
hope
over.
So. Let me not speak too soon.
Right,
but it's starting off to keep me entertained and keeping me ready to tune into the next episode. Right. Last season, I was ready to turn off the episode at the beginning of every episode. I was ready to hit play, pause, stop. Like that's exactly how I wanted to watch the episodes last season. I'm glad it's popping off. Interesting.
Me too. Any last thoughts as we bring this episode to a close?
Josh?
I ain't got nothing, but I can't wait till Wednesday.
Hello.
It's gonna be fun.
my last thoughts is I'm going to go see Creed 3 tomorrow, and I cannot wait to be in between Jonathan Majors and my
okay. Security. Security.
Choo choo. No, just
listeners, viewers, we are so.
Y'all have yourself a lovely weekend because I will be having one.
We thank you for tuning in as always and supporting us. Please don't forget to click like, share, and hit the bell at the top to subscribe. We will be back with another episode covering Survivor and next week for our BB Can premiere and BB Can cast assessment. We will be recording, so don't forget to tune in for that. Until next time, thank you for always being an exclusive member of our very entertaining group chat.
Good night.
Bye.
Good afternoon / good morning.